Welcome to another episode of the D Will Show. I am your host, D Will, and this is episode 136. Be sure to subscribe to the D Will Show YouTube channel. I have over 100 plus episodes for you guys to take in from former NBA players, overseas players, coaches, business owners, and many more. So be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Also, like and follow the D Will Show wherever you get your podcast, Spotify, Apple, Google. Be sure to 5-star for me. Share with your loved ones. I want to give a shout out to our sponsor for this episode, 27 Horizon. Connecting your business to new horizons, contact 27 Horizon for all of your creative design needs and book them today to make your event one to remember with any DJ or photo services. DM 27 Horizon for more info. Man, but tonight I got a good one for you guys. Tapped in all the way from Raleigh, North Carolina, native, a former Wakefield High School star, a former Hutchinson College star, a former Marquette University star who went on to become first team All Big East. He was drafted in the 2012 NBA draft by the Dallas Mavericks. Y'all help me welcome to the show, Mr. DJ Yo, Darius Johnson Odom. DJ, what's good, Brody, bro?
Man, how you doing, man? It's a pleasure for me to be on here, man. I can't wait to get into some of the things that we're gonna talk about, and
For sure.
I'm excited.
For sure, my guy. Like I said, it's an honor, man. Like I said, me and Cuz, we a fan of your game. So when I announced this one, everybody was like, "Yeah, D Will, let's go, let's go." So it's an honor, bro, for real,
Thank you, man. Thank you.
for sure. To jump right into it, DJO, just take us through your upbringing. For those that's not really too familiar with your story, just take us through, your time in Raleigh, North Carolina.
Yeah, grew up in Raleigh, North Carolina. With my mother and my father. I had a brother, my brother Brandon. Started playing basketball, kind of outside for the most part, at
Yeah,
this park called Roberts Park, a well-known community center on the south side of Raleigh. Then I started playing more uh, recognized basketball, so organized basketball for Garner Road AAU. That's where I kind of was able to home in some of my skills as far as a basketball player. But growing up, basketball was the main thing. It wasn't, too many things to do. So sports and, having somebody, around able to teach you those things were vital.
yeah,
For me and for a lot of guys in the area, I think, basketball was a big thing in Raleigh City, in the city that around that time growing up. We had a lot of players, Flip Murray, a lot of guys that played CIAA because that was a big thing. If you're in the South, you're in North Carolina, South Carolina, wherever the case may be, CIAA is a big thing.
yeah,
And for us, we were able to see that. So growing up, seeing that type of basketball, you want to be that.
yeah.
And unfortunately, we was able to meet, players that was able to go on and do more, like Flip Murray and others. So for me, just growing up in Raleigh, just staying out of trouble and staying with basketball.
For sure. Was there any other sports coming up? As a kid, bro, we played everything. We played everything growing up. Was hooping always the one for you?
I tried everything, man. I played football in the city league at Alliance Park. But I was mainly a basketball player. Basketball was something that I kind of stuck to. It was more for me. A lot of my friends played basketball, but yeah, I tried football, and
It wasn't it.
it won't it. I got hit a couple times too hard. And so I put that down, hung the cleats up, and put the helmet up.
Man, for you, bro, when you really made that decision that basketball is what you wanted to do, was it a particular moment that clicked for you when you was like, was it a certain game, a certain moment when you was like, all right, I'm really gonna lock in with hooping. I'm really gonna make my career, being a hooper.
Yeah, it was a lot of moments. I can't just choose one, but I can say what propelled me. I would say going to play on a kind of a national level AAU wise. I went from Garner Road to playing with South Carolina Celtics.
Mm,
And I was able to play around in an Adidas circuit. Play with this kid named LaRon Dindy, who was like top 50 in the country at the time. So I was able to be on a bigger stage. So I was able to get noticed, and I was able to play against better guys. And then one year I played with the Carolina Raptors. I played with D-Boss, Demir Pitts, and those guys were like unbelievable in the state of North Carolina.
Yeah.
So being able to hang with those guys, it just built more confidence. So every year I saw something that was better than me, and I was able to be like, all right, I need to work on this. I need to do this. So I took every process of just trying to be who I am.
Yeah. When you really had that moment, bro, who were some of the players that you looked to for, advice? Or who were you kind of trying to pattern your game after? Who were you watching and kind of was like, okay, I'm gonna take that from him, or I'm gonna take that from him, or who were you just watching that you were just fans of?
So back then, especially like around high school, YouTube won't really nobody you could watch for real. So
Yeah,
if you ain't see him in person or see him on TV, it was hard to kind of like model your game by.
facts.
But I was able to see Flip Murray a lot in person. Rather that was summer league, whether that was during the summer where we go have open gym. I was able to see a lot from Flip.
Yeah,
That was my first like pro. I was able to see like face to face play against. I was like, oh shoot,
yeah,
okay, this is what I got to do to get just to that level.
facts.
And everybody from the city of Raleigh know Flip was a different breed when you watched him. You knew
Yeah,
he, you knew he was gonna be something special. He played at Shaw University. You know what I'm saying? So um, that was the first person that I looked up to and try to model some of my game by.
facts. For you, bro, take us through for you your AAU experience. You know what I mean? Like now, it's totally different now. You know what I mean? AAU is like you got dudes playing for New York that live in Texas, and LA dudes playing for Chicago teams. Like it's totally different. Take us through your whole experience and some of your fun memories that you had with the AAU experience.
Well, for me, growing up in that AAU wasn't it was hard for us being out of Raleigh. We had really one AAU team that played on like a national level where a lot of guys got seen. Um, Back then we raised the money. Our family raised the money. We did car washes, fish fries, things of that sort. So we didn't have the sponsors and all that stuff like the kids have today.
Yeah,
We didn't get free shoes. We didn't, all the traveling stuff that was done through us.
yeah,
And back then, it was very hard to find a team to play with where you was able to be seen by college coaches. In order for you to do that, you got to be the main guy on your team.
facts, facts.
And
You got to stand up.
being in the city of Raleigh, we got really good players, so it was very hard for you to get your chance. And a lot of guys would get an opportunity, but you had to play good in order to stay with that team. And there's a lot of
Facts,
guys that I played with at Garner Road that had opportunities to play with bigger teams, and you see them 2 weeks later, they're back, back at Garner Road. So it was very, very, very hard for us, I think, to find a way to play on a larger scale.
facts. During that experience, bro, who was some of like your favorite matchups that you had, through that whole high
Ooh,
school AAU experience? Like you said, y'all got a bunch of killers out there. So who was one of the ones, or not
I
even
say,
from your hometown, just from AAU?
from AAU, shit. I remember playing Chris Allen, who played for Worldwide Renegades. Where Chris Allen go to school at? He went to Kentucky.
Okay.
Ended up going to Kentucky, maybe. He was really good. Chris Allen. I played Nick Calathis when he was like 13. He was already like 6 foot point guard.
Yeah.
Um, OJ Mayo. My class, I'm '07 class, so my class is like crazy.
Who was all in there, bro? Talk to
That's
me.
like D Rose, OJ, Eric Gordon, Bill Walker, Kevin Love,
That Michael Beasley in them, right?
Beasley.
That's tough.
Yeah, that class was no. It's a lot of guys in that class. That was a tough class.
That's tough. So like that AAU circuit that you're talking about, you were seeing these dudes in person, like
Man, listen, back then, you know what I'm saying? Everything wasn't viral like it was. But I remember I've been to places and I seen OJ come in with a hoodie on, take the hoodie off, and the crowd go crazy.
yeah,
And this was my first time seeing OJ. I'm like, everybody like trying to see who he is, because you can't just type him in and highlights pop up. So
yeah.
we seen OJ Mayo in person. I was like, dang, okay. This was all the hoopla about. He was
You
tough.
knew You knew what it was
Yeah,
then.
you know what it was. And when you saying this from a kid aspect, you like that's a celebrity almost. Like,
Facts. You come in the gym and take your hoodie off and the crowd go crazy. Like,
and you playing with a Miami team. Like the Miami team that flew to Houston for Kingwood Classic. I'm like, oh, this. So back then it's kind of the same now, but you had to really be like that for you to be seen.
you had to be one of the ones for
You had
sure.
to be one of them ones.
For sure. For you, bro, Wakefield High School, you know, take us through, your high school experience. Like, was that the high school that you knew you had? Like now, you got kids transferring to go to different high schools. Was this your neighborhood high school that you had to go to, or was this the school that you chose to go to?
I don't believe it was. And so
Okay.
this how I went. I went to East Millbrook to school. That was around the corner from where I stayed. But the PE coach, he saw how I played outside. So I'm in the 7th grade. I ain't really playing yet. He seen how I'm playing outside. I made the middle school. Middle school is just middle school ball. But he see
Yeah.
how I'm playing. He like, hey, I think you'd be all right if you come to Wakefield. So my PE teacher get gets the job at Wakefield High to be like the JV coach. So I go with him. He take me over there. I go with him.
Yeah.
And that's really how it all started at my high school. And my high school, by the time I got there, was only 2 years open, 2 years running.
Oh, so it was someone new.
It was somewhat new. It had opened up
Yeah.
in 2000, 2000, 2001. I got there around 2004 as my freshman year.
Okay.
So we had a bunch of guys coming in from different districts of the city of Raleigh because obviously it was a new school.
Yeah.
Uh, so by my freshman year, they win states. We win states. So that's the third. I think it was like the third year they were open. They win states. We get a kid that transferred from Atlanta. We had a 7-footer named Sam Carlisle. My trainer now, Marcus Hodges. And they end up winning states. So
Yeah.
from that point on, our basketball just kind of grew and increased. We wanted to be better. We had to be better. But that was a really good thing for me playing at that high school, just because it was a winning culture and they had a really good program. The coach that was there, the head coach, his name was Tom Kinkelar, and he had ran college as an AD, so he already had a structure.
Facts.
So that
Facts.
kind of helped me and helped our team as well.
Facts. Take me through some of your high and low moments through high school ball. You know what I mean? We all have our highs and our lows. Just take us through yours if you have any.
I don't starting out like I'm thinking the I'm not superior to nobody. I'm thinking freshman. Obviously, freshman play JV. I'm cool with that. So after that, my freshman, year, I'm like, all right, to be elite enough in my city. I'm just thinking right in Raleigh, like what I got to do to be one of the best
Facts.
in the city. I got to at least play varsity as a sophomore. So I bust my ass. I work hard. I'm at the workouts every summer. I make varsity team sophomore year. Not playing a lot up to December. In December, we played Glaxo, which is like, well, now they call it's John Wall tournament. But
Okay.
back then it was the Glaxo where mostly all of the Carolina colleges bring their top recruits.
Got you.
So
Okay.
like that year was Greg Paulus, Marcus Ginyard, Tasman Mitchell, uh, and there's some team Stephon Welch that went to Arkansas. So we playing these really good teams. Mind you, I haven't been playing for real. I have 2 good games. I have a good game against Greg Paulus, and I have a good game against Tasman Mitchell, and an okay game against like this really scrappy team from Virginia. And
Okay.
that started like my confidence as far as all right, I might have a chance.
Yeah.
I might have a chance, and then just the work that I start putting in kind of helped. But that was kind of my moment in high school where I was like, I might be able to maybe be able to do something with basketball.
For sure. For sure. How was your recruiting process, bro? When did schools really start to get on your radar? I know you ended up going to Hutchinson for a year, but when did schools really start to get on your radar and reach out to you, about going to that next level?
Like I said, man, it was hard. And it was hard, man. And I mean, school is school now, but school back then was for real. Like If your
Yeah.
SAT and GPA didn't match up, it would, it is what it was. Now you
Yeah.
might be able to you can get around that pretty easy. Switch
For
out, go to
sure.
schools and all that stuff. But that what it was. And in the city in Raleigh, like I said, it was very hard to get on that national stage. Now, by the time I'm a senior, but after my senior year, out of one state, that year, my senior year, I averaged 25.
Mm.
I won states my junior year and won MVP, all that my junior year. So my senior year, averaged 25 and get the team back to the elite. We got back to the elite eight. We lost everybody,
Mm.
and I just didn't have. I didn't have that recruiting. I didn't play on a big AAU team. It was very hard for a lot of guys, just not myself, to be seen. And a
Yeah.
lot of guys had a really good careers, high school wise and AAU, but we're playing for Garner Road, and it's no duck on Garner Road. But at the time, we just didn't have a play on a national scale.
Facts.
We might get in a couple tournaments here and there, but we really didn't have a lot of those opportunities. So it was very hard to get recruited. So I was getting like College of Charleston, App State. So I had a lot of mid majors, and
Okay.
I graduated high school at 17. So
Okay.
my mom anyway didn't think I would be ready for college. So she wanted me to do a prep year anyway. So I did
Got
a
you.
prep year at Patterson.
Okay.
I went to Patterson for 1 year. I was able to play with Courtney Fortson, Perez Ward, Nate Miles, a lot of really good players. Like by the time I got down there, he had 30 players, and I was like, oh, I might not make it here neither. Because Patterson, this prep school is kicking out 25 D1 players every year for sure.
Mm.
Now they ain't around no more, but that wasn't the point. It was for basketball. Like this
Yeah.
coach was like, I think the coach at the time was like 112 to 11 or something. He lost 11 games.
Mm.
Coach Cheney. So that was like my college recruiting was very hard throughout high school. I didn't really start getting like big names until prep school ball, and that's
Yeah.
what kids now are doing, playing prep ball. But we would have known if I would have known that, I probably would have did prep ball instead of high school ball. But prep ball really helped me as far as getting known, as getting seen.
Was there a transition that you had to do? You know what I mean? Did you have to adapt to the different level, or was it just like even? I mean, I know you just playing ball, but like, did you have to adapt from playing high school ball to prep ball? Was there a
Oh,
difference that you
oh,
had to adapt
oh!
to?
It was a big difference because now you see it now. Like a lot of kids, like Mount Bird, a lot of kids from different cities go play. That's what it was still back then in prep school.
Yeah.
So I played a lot of guys that were already going D1. Like a lot
Mm.
of guys that was playing, and most of the time prep school guys are getting in trouble or whatever the case may be, but they were still highly touted D1 athletes.
Yeah.
And I played with some really good, like Courtney Fortson was unbelievable, like unbelievable. I seen him destroy Brandon Jennings, Tyreek Evans,
Mm.
like unbelievable. And when I got to prep school, Patterson, I'm like, ain't no way I'm about to play. So luckily everybody on that team was dogs. So like we might talk trash to each other in the dorm. By 11 o'clock, we got the ball, we rolling the ball back out.
Yeah.
The
So them
gym,
matchups was
yeah,
like y'all was.
yeah. We had like a little, we practiced in like a little barn. The barn, it was open all night. So we in there all night.
Going
We
at
might be
it.
playing 2K. Somebody might lose. All right, let's go. You can't do that on the real court. Oh, all right.
Not even that, DJO, but the fact that y'all had a place to go 24 hours a day was a good advantage for y'all. Because sometimes you can't even do that now. You know what I'm saying? Unless
Yeah.
you really one of
I,
them ones like, hey, coach, let me in the gym. It's 4 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Like, not many people had that opportunity. But for y'all to be like, man, come on, bro. You talking too much. Let's go right now.
and that was just being able to play, like playing, and kids gotta understand, playing with better talent, people that's better than you,
Yeah,
it's gonna make you better. It makes you better. Okay, if
for
you
sure.
keep losing, if you gotta study. That's your way of studying somebody. And
Facts.
that was my whole process of why I got the Marquette and got drafted and played overseas. All that, I just was able to study the game and like study how to be who I am. I ain't try to
Just
like change my game to be another player. I had to study my own game first, and then
facts.
every year I add on, add on, add on.
Mm.
What can I do? What can I do better?
That's very important. I think a lot of the young dudes hearing that from you, from somebody that has played at the highest of the highest level, that sometimes you just got to add to your game. You know what I mean? Don't take away from what you're doing best at. Just go add to it. Okay, I can score the ball, but I may need to work on my defense. I may need to work on my ball handling or my footwork, whatever. Like, so I'm really glad you said that, bro. For real. Um, for you, bro, you played the prep year, then you end up at Hutchinson College. I'm sorry. How was that transition? How did they come in the picture for you, and you ended up over there?
Crazy story. So I'm not even in school yet. I'm working at the Y
Okay.
prep school year because I still ain't really have nothing. So after my prep school year, I'm working at the YMCA, and my coach from prep school, my assistant, called me like, "Look, I got some." Um, it was basically it was for me to go,
Hmm.
but they also had an assistant coaching job open.
Got you. Okay.
So I believe it was basically like a package deal type of thing. And I ain't got nothing. I'm like, all right. So I start school, junior college, in like end of September, October. End of September, October. So I'm already on one out the gate. As soon as I get there, I ask, who got number 3? Because he was my roommate too, named Todd Johnson. He said, bro, you can have it. He just gave it to him because I was gonna play him for it. Like
Yeah.
I come to the school on one. I'm in school now. Oh, it's on. So I'm already tight because I ain't start school. I ain't get the offers I wanted. So I'm already on mad demon time.
Yeah.
So when I get to junior college, my prep school coach, which is now my daughter's godfather, that's how close we are, like for real.
That's love.
He just stay on top of me. Morning workouts before class every day, every
Mm.
every day. Sometimes I didn't want to wake up, and I'm going to Kansas. I ain't never been to Kansas before. I might wake up. It's -12. I'm like, I gotta like, are you ain't gonna come pick me up? Nah, he like, nah, I just walk to the gym. I'm like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But he stayed on top of me. He stayed on top of me. And he basically forced me to become like a pro in a messed up situation.
For sure. He was pushing you. He was
He was
pushing you
pushing
to a
me,
limit.
and he don't care how you like. He care, but he understand like shit. I'm living like something like you living like too. So we
Yeah.
both fighting through it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and he's a very important person to me, then and now,
For
um,
sure.
because just what he installed in me as far as, look, man, you got to work. Nobody don't care if you was the last man picked or da 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 da. Just work.
Yeah.
If you just work and put the time in, something good will come to you. You know what I'm saying?
You'll get
So
rewarded for it. Yeah.
you'll be rewarded. It might not be when you want it, but if you just keep your head down, keep doing it, it's gonna come to you.
For sure. How was that year? How did the rest of that year play out for you? How was your whole experience
Well,
in Kansas? He's like, that's totally different from Raleigh. Now
yeah,
you know what I mean? You in middle of nowhere, so to speak.
man, I seen a damn tornado on the ground. Like this, I'm looking out the bus like, don't nobody else see this? This is crazy. Okay, but yeah, I had a good year, like individually. My team, our team was not that good, and
Okay,
Hutchinson is where the national tournament is for junior college. So we
got
didn't
you.
even we wasn't even able to play in our own gym for the tournament. So that's how bad we wasn't that bad we was, but I think we finished like 5th or 6th in the conference, but it was a great experience. The Jayhawk conference is one of the best conferences as far as JUCO basketball, that and in Texas. So I was able to play against some tough players, a lot of transfers, but individually I had a really, really stellar freshman year. I think I averaged around 22, 5 and 5. I
Mm,
had a 47 point game, like
tough.
34 and 12 rebound game. So I had some really big games, and I was able to learn, more how to just be able to play in a situation that's not gonna always be the best.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Junior college, just everything wasn't the best.
For
So you
sure.
gotta get up every day and do the same routine every day.
For
Um,
sure.
just to keep your mind right and keep you in focus on your goal. And my goal was just trying to get out of junior college as fast as possible. As
Do
fast
you,
as possible.
I'm glad you said that, bro, because like, do you feel like having that junior, like having that year at junior college, do you feel like it really set your career up for you? Because I feel like now kids downplay playing JUCO ball, and there's nothing wrong with playing JUCO ball, bro. Like some of the best players in the NBA didn't came from JUCO. You know what I'm saying? And worked their way into that, into
You,
being
you,
successful.
you know what it's mainly like you don't know, not like you don't know what's gonna happen next being JUCO. Like, yeah, I played good my freshman year, but I still don't know.
Yeah.
I won't thinking about no NBA. I ain't think about NBA until probably like shit. I think maybe after the game, like our last game after Florida, me and Jay Crowder, by the time we got to the room, we like, damn, you think we're gonna get picked up? Like that was the first time. Like we
Mm.
like cause you don't like I'm coming from JUCO, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what can happen next. All I know is if I work, something gonna happen. That's all
For,
I can do.
for
Work,
sure.
something gonna happen. Like I don't think none of us that played JUCO that went to Marquette thought we was gonna play in the NBA. None of us.
Yeah. When did Marquette come into the picture for you, bro? Like, how'd you end up there? Like, what were some of the schools that you were looking at that you possibly could have went to, or that they were just talking to you? Like, how'd you end up at
So
Marquette?
so Marquette, I was talking to Marquette my senior year
In high school, or
in high school. So Crean and this coach Seasteen reached out to me in high school. Obviously, my grades and my SAT score was not matching up.
okay?
So they kind of told me to go to prep school as well. So by the time I get to JUCO, I done got an offer from TCU.
Mm.
So this is why I didn't play. I played 1 year at at 1 year at JUCO. TCU gets me cleared in the middle of my first year in JUCO.
Mm.
So Marquette find this out and come jump on right then. And I already wanted to go to Marquette because I seen how the three guards was playing.
Yeah.
I told you about the guy, my prep school coach. His name Freebird. Let me just stop calling that Freebird, who the one brought me to JUCO. So we get this offer from Marquette. I'm already wanting to go. So I'm like, man, forget TCU. Man, I'm going to Marquette. Sign these papers. Be straight. Man, the man called me in the office. He said, I ain't gonna let you do work like that. He made me call TCU coach and tell him like, hey, coach, I really appreciate it.
Oh
I,
yeah.
I appreciate y'all getting me clear, but man, I just think I'm a better player to go to Marquette. And that's how it really happened. Like I was supposed to go to TCU. I was going to TCU. I went to campus. I saw my point guard who I was playing with. His name was Tuffy, Ronnie Moss. I'm like, all right, well shit, that's what it was. Man,
Yeah.
Marquette come in. I'm like, oh Marquette. I got offered from State. I got I got State. I got Florida State. I got Tennessee.
Mm.
I had a lot of teams. But only school I really cared about for the past year and a half was Marquette anyway.
Yeah.
I already seen Dominique James, Jarrell McNeil, Wes Matthews. I had
Mm.
forgot about UA for real until I got back to Marquette. But I'm thinking about them three. So
Yeah.
I know I can play in that system. So by the time when they come in after my first year at JUCO, I'm like, man, I'm going to Marquette.
Yeah.
So
How did you?
that's how I really got to Marquette.
For sure. I know going to a school like Marquette, you playing in a tough. This was when the Big East was the Big East. You know what I'm saying? Like this is the top talent. Take us through. I know you had to adapt to that, bro. Because like I said, you going from JUCO, then you going to one of the top basketball programs in the country. Take us through some of the adjustments you had to make, just to maintain, being at that level.
Man, so I played for Buzz Williams, and Buzz was not an easy coach at all. I
Yeah.
mean, I haven't seen him in a while. I don't know how he is now, but if if there was kids today that's in college that how he was coaching, they would have already left after the first day. It was crazy. So and like it's a chain, so it's a ladder. So but it's Buzz, and then whatever Buzz say, if he say, look, I want them to be the toughest motherfuckers, or I want them to do this, that, and the third, it's going down the chain. So the weightlifting coach, the weightlifting coach got us in there doing all type of crazy like Navy SEAL, bralette stuff. This is my first day. I'm like, this is crazy. He said, grab the ab roller and go all the way down the hallway and come back. It's like 100 and something. It's like 100 yards. I said, this is the first day. Then they put the weights on you, and then the first day they put the like real weights on you, and you wake up the next day like I can't move.
Yeah.
Like I can't move. So my first open gym, I go in, I see Lazar Hayward. Lazar Hayward,
Tough.
first round pick, all Big East, this and the third. I see him in the gym, and I just see him screaming like veins is just popping up. This is open gym. He just hit a game winning shot. He screaming, motherfucker. I'm like, this motherfucker's crazy in here. So I had to adapt to it because like it was like grown men. You playing with grown men, like physical, like, and I had to adjust. So my first year, I ain't never seen a gun, a shooting gun, in day of my life until I got to Marquette. I'm like, damn, that you telling me that pass to me? Oh, I'm on here every day. But
Yeah.
I also know I'm playing with Jimmy Butler and Lazar Hayward. So my touches ain't gonna be kind of they touches. You know, I'm gonna have
Yeah. Yeah.
dribbles, I'm gonna have less leeway.
Get in where you fit in.
Get in where I fit in. So I knew I had to be a defender and I had to make open shots first in order to get more leeway as far as putting the ball on the floor. So my
Yeah.
first couple games, I know I gotta be defending, gotta be defending, gotta do the right things offensively. When it's my turn to shoot the ball, be ready and have confidence. So that's how I'm processing, my days at Marquette, trying to, you know, be a starter, trying to get the minutes I need. Mind you, I'm coming in there with Dwight Bikes.
Yeah.
Now
NBA player.
Dwight got pro game already. That's in college though.
Yeah.
So in open gym, you like, oh, that's definitely the starting guard. But he couldn't get to Buzz's system. Buzz had a system. Offensively, defensively, he had a system. I
Yeah.
was figure out the system a little bit better and before Dwight was. Because I for sure my first year at Marquette, I was not supposed to be playing. If Dwight had figured it out, Dwight would have been the guy.
Yeah.
His sophomore
So
year,
you just
he would have been starting, but I just picked up. I knew I was like, damn, all right, Lazar, he doing everything he want on offense. Okay, Jimmy catch and drive. He ain't shooting corner three. He ain't shooting no three. All right, I need to be able to make some shots.
yeah.
Got
So
two
you was
others.
able to adapt your game.
I
Yeah.
had to adapt my game, and I ain't like I said, I ain't have everything coming out of high school. I could shoot, pass, and dribble a little bit. And they were all average. Now,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? But every situation I went to, every school, like the school I went to, the competition I went to, I had to adapt to that. So
Facts.
that's how my game got better every year.
For sure. Just take us through them tough Big East matchups, bro. You know what I mean? Like we said, the Big East was the Big East. Everybody was dogs. So every night for you in conference, every game was crucial for y'all.
I can name people that ain't get drafted, ain't played as long as I did overseas, and they used to give me fits.
Mm.
Ashton Gibbs, Brandon Trish, DJ Kennedy. I couldn't stand playing DJ Kennedy because he was like, because first off, I wanted to be his height. He was 6'6", and he was left-handed, so I was already jealous off the rip.
Yeah.
I'm already tight that you play kind of like me, and you 6, but you 6'6", so I'm mad I ain't got the height. I'm like, damn, now I got to guard me, but 6'6".
Yeah.
So he used to give me problems. Uh, Truck Bryan used to give me problems. Man, I ain't
Shout
have
out to my dog Truck. Yeah.
Preston knows, like, it's a lot of guys in the Big East that really gave me fits. That
Facts.
ain't play as long as they probably want or whatever the case may be. It was some real legit guys in the Big East every night. I didn't have a night off. No nights off. Dominique Jones, like no nights off. Damn. Corey Fisher,
Villanova. Woof. He was tough.
he was tough. Listen, he was
He
tough.
was.
He was really tough. That was like me and him got real close, and like I was able to go to CP3 camp after getting, after all these, after having good years at Marquette, go to CP3 camp, Bron and Durant camp, so I was able to hang out with a lot of those guys. But Corey was tough.
Facts, for sure.
I still talk to Corey about Corey had a curl. He was like curling, but the ball he was coming in curling in like it was in his left hand, right? But he
Hmm.
caught it on his right, and he sham guard the guard. Like he threw it out like I don't know. It was weird, but it was. I know, all I know it was 2011. I still look at it to this day. He curled and threw it out and sham guard and pulled. I'm like, what? And I still talk to him about this to this day. It was one of the
Like,
craziest I've ever seen in my life.
like, bro, what is you doing, man? What is
Yeah,
you doing?
then when I started meeting all them hanging out with the New York guards, like I was hanging out with and Philly guards, like when we went to CP, it was me, Scoop, Kimba, Corey, uh, who else? I can't remember who else, but that's when I was like, damn, I gotta add some handle.
Yeah,
I gotta add
and
some.
that,
So after I left camp, I went straight. When I got back to Marquette, that's all I was doing because I seen how good they handled the ball. Like they was able to get in tight spaces. They was able to get to the floater. I was like, I ain't never told them that, but now, if they watch it now, they gonna know. They gonna.
yeah, for sure. For you, bro, you had a spent 3 years at Marquette, bro. You just first team all Big East, so you kind of figured it out. You know what I mean? Your career's flowing good. When did the NBA come into picture? Where your sophomore year, like where teams like, okay, you may go here in the mock draft, or you may go there in the mock draft, or did you have an agent at the time that was like, yeah, you might go here if you leave here? Like, how did
I
that whole NBA process work for you?
I won't. I didn't. I like I said, I didn't know. Like going towards after we lose our last game, and I see me and Jay might going to we got a chance to go to the Reese's All Star game. All right, cool.
Jay Crowder, right?
Yeah, so Jay go, but I stay to finish up for graduation and whatnot, finish up school.
Okay. Okay.
So then I'm like, all right, maybe I got a chance. Agents start coming in. Obviously, they're gonna tell you second round instead of third. But then I don't go to Portsmouth. Like Jay go to Portsmouth, Jimmy go to Portsmouth. So when I don't go to Portsmouth, I don't get the invite to Portsmouth. At that point I don't know what's going to happen now. Because
Yeah.
I'm thinking like, I don't got to go to Portsmouth or Portsmouth because I wasn't good enough. So I don't know. At the time, I didn't know which one it was. So, and to this day, I wish, and it's hard to say, I wish I knew more about the game as far as on the business side, the, and how the agency worked. We just going, my family don't really know neither. So we just going on who we think can look out for me the best. And obviously, a lot of guys
Bless you.
come in and tell you, they can do the best. But I didn't have I wasn't thinking nothing about NBA till like after I found out, like, all right, I ain't going to Portsmouth. Like, damn. All right, so I guess I might be good. But once I got into the combine, then that's when I knew, all right, it's real now. It's real now.
Yeah. Yeah. How was that combine experience? You like say who was in that draft with you? Did you have any bunch of NBA workouts? Like, how did you prepare for all that when that really came about?
And that's another thing. I didn't. First, I didn't know,
Hmm.
and
Damn, man.
I wish I would have known more about it. Okay, I knew about the other guys. Like I knew Jimmy and Lazar. So Jimmy had 30 workouts. He worked out for every NBA team.
Damn.
They had like 20 some workouts. Bro, I swear to you, I had like 13 workouts. I didn't work out for Dallas. I didn't work out for LA. So I had 13 workouts. I'm like, damn, why I got the lowest? Like, how I got the lowest amount of, I had private workouts. It was me and Marcus Teague one time at Indiana. I had to work out. Oh damn! I had to work out with Bradley Bill and Gilchrist, and that was a workout while he coached Gilchrist. I ain't gonna lie. That was a crazy day. That was a crazy day. And people, and he really chose Gilchrist off the workout. But anyway, um, yeah. So to me, if I would have known, I wish I would have just did more insight for myself. I left it up to
Yeah.
somebody else, because I probably, if I would have had more workouts, who knows? I don't know. Who knows? Because I probably went to a team that was actually able to see me in the workout, than going
Yeah,
than going off what they had from the combine. So like combine athletically, I have what you probably would want. I had the highest vert. I was 42.
mm.
I think I did 185 like 17 times. My lane shuttle was like 3.4 or something like that. So athletically, all my measurements was good. I don't remember shooting the ball that well. I don't remember playing that well because I was playing with Orlando Johnson and Terrence Ross. I think I shot the ball twice with them. Like they was getting it up, and I mean
Yeah,
I feel it. Like I mean it's NBA trying to get off, but so as far as with the combine and NBA, all my stuff as far as athletically measured up. I don't think I had enough workouts.
yeah,
I don't think I had enough workouts, and I don't think I had enough workouts against some quality guys. Like I said, like Jay and Jimmy and Lazar, they had 20 plus workouts.
yeah. You only had 13.
At like
Damn,
13 was my max, but I don't know. I don't know. But looking back at it, I wish I would have had more workouts.
for sure. So the big day come, um, get drafted, 55th pick, Dallas Mavericks select you, but then you get traded to the Lakers. Get drafted, bro. Take us through that whole process of you getting drafted. You like, okay, I made it. My name got called. Now here comes the real work. Is maintaining and staying in the league. What
Yeah,
was going through your mind, man, when you got that phone call from the GM, you got drafted. Just take us through your whole mindset at that moment.
man, I didn't know what to believe. Like I was happy, I was excited, but you still first. I'm in a state of shock. Second, I'm going to play with Kobe. Like Kobe, my favorite player.
Yeah,
But then you don't know what to expect, and I
yep,
definitely didn't know what to expect. And I wish like having more guidance on that. I wish I had more of that. And if I mean, it was hard just getting there and living there. But the expectations, I was just I just wanted to be able to see if I fit in that league with those guys. And that's all I kept thinking. Like, damn, am I gonna be good enough?
hmm
And that's I mean, all I know is basketball. You don't know nothing else outside of that. So that's all I kept thinking, and I'm thinking like most part people are thinking is you just you work your way into it, but it ain't really like that.
yeah. It's tougher than it looked,
It's tougher. It's way
man,
than it look.
for sure. Just take us through, playing with arguably one of the greatest players to ever touch a ball. Playing with Kobe. Take us through, how he kind of took you under his wing. Some of the things that you learned from him, and just the whole area, like LA experience. Playing for one of the most historic franchises in the whole league. Just take us through those moments for you.
So going into it, like I'm from Raleigh, born and raised. I don't know what the hell to. I don't know what the hell LA looked like. I ain't never been to Los Angeles. So when I get off the plane, my agent like, yeah, just take a Uber. Take a what? Take a Uber. What's that? He said on your app. So he get me to go stay at Ronnie Terrioff apartment. Like I'm like wet behind the ears for real. I mean, I get in there, I start crying. Like I'm in here really by myself. Like it's
Yeah,
nobody. I ain't nobody cooking. It's late at night. I don't know how to get no food. Like I don't
yeah.
know what to do. I'm supposed to be at the gym the next day, like at 10. Tell me why I'm in traffic for like almost. I leave, I'm in traffic, so I get in the carpool lane. I get first day in LA, I get a ticket. Carpool line. I'm like, what's the carpool line? You gotta have somebody else riding with you. Oh, this is crazy. Just a bad, because nobody telling like you nobody walking you through it, holding your hand. So
Yeah,
going from a small city to like a big city, dealing with a lot of stuff I don't know nothing about. That some of the stuff I only see on TV.
for sure.
Like Hollywood, you see it on TV. I don't think it really means that. No, it's really like that. So I'm thinking like I'm just gonna get down there and work. man, I'm working, but the results ain't the same. I don't
Yeah.
know what's going on. I get down there, it's me, Gal and like what's buddy played it? Chris Douglas Roberts.
Mm.
They got Chris Douglas Roberts on the training roster on like a training team.
Mm-hmm.
I'm barely practicing. Like Mike Mike Brown, I'm barely getting reps type of thing. So I go upstairs. Mitch Kupchak said, "All right, man, it's like the last day because I didn't sign like a rookie deal.
Mm-hmm.
Second rounders back then didn't have rookie deals. At least that's what I thought. And then I obviously heard Rich Paul how he negotiate second round deals. Whatever. So I got to win my way in. I'm thinking, all right, damn, I'm gonna have to really try to go at Gallup. I don't get the chance. I don't get the reps. I don't get a lot of preseason minutes or nothing. When it comes to cutting players, I go upstairs. Mitch like, all right, see you tomorrow. I'm like, he, this motherfucker, he cut mini Mamba and Chris Douglas Roberts, who had a 50-point game. I swear to God, I ain't really practicing. Like, I'm not getting no 5-on-5 reps. I'm an investment at this point.
For sure.
I'm like, damn. So that's when I go back apart from my room, like, oh shit. Like, I was hurt. I kicked Gallo like, man, I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on, man. But I wish you the best, bro. Cause I didn't know. I'm thinking this basketball is basketball. I'm not getting no reps in practice. And Mike Brown come to me and he got like this face, like, because obviously it's out of his control. Obviously, if it
Yeah.
was Mike Brown, I wouldn't have been on the team.
Yeah.
But it's coming from Mitch Kupchak, Jerry West's son. So it's like he gotta ride with it. He's coming to me, he's like, look, man, I'll be honest with you. I ain't got a lot of air for you. And I got a lot of time for you neither. I was like, okay.
Damn.
He was keeping it.
Kevin. Kevin real. Yeah.
He kept it real. So throughout that whole time, my first year, I really was playing G League. I ain't really getting no, because this is one. Like I said, this is winding down to the end of Kobe. So they trying their best to find a way to win.
Yeah.
I'm in there with they got Steve Nash, Antoine Jameson,
Mm.
then Dwight come the next year. So I was able to see at least about 10 Hall of Famers.
For sure. How was that first encounter with Kobe?
Shit, like a dumbass kid, the first thing you ask Kobe is, "You want to play 1-on-1?" Like a dumbass. Like you think like he really gonna say yeah to me? Like everybody didn't ask him this probably. He said, "Man, you ain't ready." I was like, "All right, man, I respect it." So so when I get there, he don't even call me by my name for like 2 weeks.
What he call you?
He ain't call me nothing. So I got to practice
He said he ain't call me nothing.
damn it, I ain't have a name. I got to practice and I got to guard. I'm the two guard. I'm playing. Kobe guarded me, but I don't know. I don't know if he didn't respect me a couple times. So I get hot. So I remember I come off this out of bounds play. And he don't come over the screen. Motherfucker got me fucked up. Bow. He said, okay. So we win the game. He said, all right, good shit, oh. I was like, all right, I guess that's my name. He called me oh. I'm like, fuck it. Whatever Kobe called me, whatever. But I'm coming from Marquette. My mentality was always kill, be killed. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think I had the patience to grow, and I didn't have the understanding of the business part of, look, man, you gotta ride your wave type of thing. Like at Marquette, I'm able. All right, shit. If I ain't like something, I go to practice the next day. I'm gonna bust your ass, and when next game come, I might probably have your minutes or something. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. But
Yeah.
it don't work like that, and I didn't
Yeah.
understand that, and I think that bothered me and my patience, and it's just you just got to understand it from a business standpoint, um,
Sure.
because you know, and you're not practicing a lot. You know what I'm saying? So you don't really get a lot of opportunity to show what you can do.
For
So
sure.
I started all the way back over. It was like going all the way back freshman year of high school. They got me in weight room twice a day. I might have to do G League practice, and then shoot to the Staples Center and get ready for the game. So I still got to be at the gym 3 hours early.
Yeah.
They got me in the gym 3 hours early to work out. You knowing you sitting the bench, you ain't touching the floor.
But they got you working like you from the play.
And 30 minutes before, they might say, you ain't dressing out tonight. And dressing out was just putting on some warm-up clothes in your jersey and sitting on the bench. So when they say you ain't dressing out, now you gotta put your clothes you walk back in on. I don't even want to do that. Just let me put my clothes. I know I ain't playing. Just let me put my jersey on. No, we're gonna dress whatchamacallit out because he helped. It's like, damn. So
damn.
it's a hard process if you don't understand it. If you ain't ready for it, if you think you finna just come in there and just bully your way, or it don't work. You can be the hardest worker. If it ain't your time, it ain't your time.
For sure. So I know you split time. You played down at the time was the D League. When you went down to the D League, where you started to feel like, man, I just want to hoop. Like, just send me down to the D League, and I just want to hoop. Like, was that your mindset at that time when you weren't playing, or like how were you feeling? Like, no, I want to be in the NBA, but I want to play, but I'm not playing. So
I
man, just send
wanted
me down.
I wanted to play, but I also wanted to prove myself that I could play. So I'm going for D League. I'm getting most of the minutes because I'm obviously the signing. So I'm playing really well, and I can't figure out like why why it didn't translate as far as they didn't see the D League as much as anything to them. I don't think,
No.
because they were looking to win championships anyway. So I wish I would have not got drafted and just played D League.
Yeah, that's
Probably
crazy.
would have been had a better opportunity.
Yeah,
The opportunity just wasn't the best, and also I didn't understand, how I worked on the business side. But I thought D League was just, it was okay basketball to me.
yeah,
Like, and I played D League 2 more years after that. Played it with one time in Springfield, and another time I played in Iowa. And people say it's a development league, if that's what you want to call it. I mean, if that's what people want for some young kids, yeah, I think it is. Like, but I thought it was too easy to, like, I thought the score, like, if I wanted to score, I knew how to score because first off I knew the rules, and like the defense. It's just, I don't know. To me, I just thought it wasn't as hard as going to Europe. Now, when I went to Europe, I was really struggling, but
yeah,
I think I just wanted to play. That was always my mentality, just wanting to play.
for sure. Somebody put a comment and said, "What's the difference between the G League and the NBA?" Well, he kind of just broke it down for us. It's easy in the G League, but the NBA,
I
if it
think
ain't your time, it ain't your time.
it ain't your time. I think when it comes to, like, when you talk basketball wise in the G League, you got all the athletic ability. You got all that. You got all the shooters and all that. Sometimes I think it's not enough. It's not a lot of IQ.
Mm,
A lot of players don't I don't think care to understand what the next player can do. And defensively, they're not really trying, because
yeah,
everybody excuse me,
bless you.
everybody think if they score 20, 25, then they're gonna get a 10-day. It don't work like that.
Yeah,
And you have to understand, like, if you're in the G League right now, you gotta understand what value do you bring to an NBA team. Say, I was scoring, so they probably looking at me like, you ain't gonna really average 22 on our team.
mm,
Might get 5 shots. You might get 3 shots. Am I gonna make, you know what I'm saying? Can I make those? So if you're in the G League right now, you got to think more. What can you bring that's on that NBA team that they don't have? Because
yeah,
scoring be the first thing.
yeah.
Scoring is
You
not.
had you a few 10-day contracts, bro. You know what I mean? And then, like I said, those are not guaranteed. Those are just 10 days. I don't guarantee that they're gonna sign you back to their roster.
and
Did
and
were
and even,
those frustrating? I know that's
well, 10,
frustrating as
10 days.
hell.
Oh, 10 days super frustrating. Because you like, damn, I gotta perform every day. Now you get on the 10-day and the team is on a 6-game
Road trip.
road
That's
trip.
your
Like, it ain't, you ain't make if you ain't like a vet, like somebody that want to chip, somebody like really good, like you in there, one of them type guys, yeah, it probably ain't gonna work out. It might, especially in that situation. So you got so much anxiety and stress build up that you gotta perform, and some guys can do it, and for the ones that did it, they they great at what they do. Obviously, so they can just get up off the bench and perform, and
Yeah,
some guys just can't do that, and it's very hard in the 10-day to show your worth. So you got to do a lot of the little stuff. You got to be some of the first one to practice, last one to lead. Always encouraging teammates, just being a good person. That sometimes works better than trying to put all the stress on the basketball floor.
for
Um,
sure.
some of the time they already know what you're gonna bring. They want to see the other stuff.
For sure. For you, when did playing overseas come in the picture for you? Like I said, you had you a few 10 days, but didn't get signed to the roster, for the rest of the year, and then going to the G League back and forth. When did you look at the idea of, okay, I'm gonna go across water then? Like the game over there is like some of the people I talk to, they say basketball is more harder over there because it's tougher over there. You know what I mean? You got dudes that's been playing, like Luka, been playing since he was 14 years old, and now he's in the NBA looking like he's unstoppable. Like, what made you want to take that next path in your career?
Just wanting to play, and also I was able to visit, different countries. I think that was another thing that I wanted to do. I'm like, man, my first job was in Italy. I'm like, I'm able to go play over in Italy and make good money and play. At that time, we were playing Euro Cup, but shit, I don't know what Euro Cup is. I'm just going.
Yeah,
Um, so that was my thing. Like, and obviously, you're thinking in the back of your head, then can I get back to the NBA? And that for me lasted for a couple of years. But once I got accustomed to playing in Europe and I really enjoyed it. I didn't really, I didn't care about the NBA no more because the life and the basketball quality in Europe to me was just what I was looking for.
for sure. How did that come in the picture though? Like, were teams like, how did you get, okay, I'm gonna go this team overseas? Like, were teams
Um,
reaching out to you, or were you inquiring about over there? Like, how did you end up over there in Italy?
so basically, I was with a I was with a big agency at the time with like Octagon. So they did most of the acquiring. They knew some people in that region, um,
Okay.
that really kind of helped me get over there for my first year. And that's how it really started. I don't know to say if I wasn't drafted, I don't know how it would have worked as far as Europe. And I hear a lot of guys give me those stories about how to get over there, how to get to Europe. And most of the time, it's what your name and also the level of where you play as far as college.
Yeah,
And it's very hard for guys who don't get drafted. So I'm glad you asked like how I got over it because it's there is different levels to it. Just
hmm,
because I was drafted, so obviously, you know, more European teams going to be more attracted to the last of the NBA players. Da, 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 da.
for
Um,
sure.
but it's very hard for like mid-major guys to start off with a good contract unless they just been the guy for the
Yeah.
whole career.
Let me see. Somebody put a comment. How different is the business side of basketball with NIL growing so rapidly?
So I remember I was talking to one of the PR guys at Marquette. He was like, "Man, if you was in school with NIL, you would have probably had $1 million in your
And
career."
let me
I,
ask you this, DJO. Would NBA still would have been the goal for you if NIL money was around?
for me, yes. For me, yes. But that's very hard to say because now to get back to his question, how different is the business side of to NIL? I think it was the right thing to do, but they has to be a top off because now as a kid, you're gonna know your market. Like you're gonna know if you can play in the NBA or not, right? So your first year, first 2 years, if you don't have a good couple years, you like, I'm gonna just go chase the NIL bag.
Facts.
So if you can make 80,000 for 4 years, you can make 80,000 each year in 4 years. Why not? I just
Facts.
I just think it's in this business, it's money flowing all through NCAA. Like, and I don't know if guys know, like you can win each team that wins an NCAA tournament. That it matches the staff's like monthly salary.
Mm.
That's every NCAA win. It matches the staff's monthly salary.
And
So
they
that's
making
what
money off
that's
y'all, off TV and everything.
so and that's and off TV is that everybody was getting a piece of the pot except for the players. But now the problem is it gotta be a top off with the money because now some guys just gonna be they're gonna just keep transferring for the money.
Yeah,
And some guys kind of know if they can play professional or not. So, I mean, is that a bad thing? No, but it has to be a top off.
for sure.
I like the kid from Caleb Williams. Like, why would I leave? And I'm gonna be top 5 regardless.
Yeah.
So he can
Well,
cash in another $1 million, then cash in, and then be top 5 pick the next year. Like, it's kind of like it's hard to say. If I had a son, I would. We gotta go straight through college. Like, I ain't no rush. I think it's very hard for kids to kind of know what they want.
for sure.
Because if you start talking money to kids, like if every conversation as a coach got to be about money, I know you're gonna leave.
Yeah. Yeah.
If if the first thing the family asks me, like, how much you think we can get if we come to your university? I don't know if that should be the conversation.
Yeah.
First
And I think,
it should be the education part.
yeah,
Then the
but
money, if that's what y'all are trying to get to.
for
But
sure.
it got to be a top off because kids just leaving. They leave, and once they play one good year, they go to the next. They have another good year, they go to the
Yeah,
whoever giving out the bigger bag. That's where they going.
for sure. And I think the other thing too, DJO, is like you kind of see the one and dones in the NBA because they don't last as long. You know what I
Right.
mean? Rather that been like the business side, the style of play. Like you still a kid somewhat, but you ain't. You know what I mean? Then if you don't work out, now you just in and out the D League, G League. You getting cut here and there. Like, and I think I seen Melo talk about that on his podcast about his son. He was like no rush, like not even because he's a millionaire. Like we're gonna do 4 years. We ain't worried about the money. We're gonna maintain. You're gonna work on your game. You're gonna get the education, and then we can look at the NBA.
That
And I
was
think,
that's where I got that from. Melo said if I'm a parent, listen to anything. What Melo said is part of the honesty as far as a parent his son. I think that's the easiest decision to make. It's stress free. Like, because when you start worrying about the money, that's what you're gonna worry about every year,
uh,
regardless. You ain't gonna be worried about your hooping. It's
mm-hmm.
it's kids that's red shirt and making 100,000. Like, do you think they really care? Like, probably not. Like, not
Yeah,
as much as they did if they didn't have that money.
100K to red shirt is
A
crazy.
100K to some kids getting paid, and some kids are red shirting. So it's like, now what? So you just gave him 100K to not even play.
And some dudes cool with that, which is fine, which is fine if that's how you want to go about it. But like, hey, look, I don't care if I ever touch the court. I'm still getting paid. Like I'm just signed a contract type thing. You know what I'm
I mean,
saying?
one thing it's going to eliminate the people who really want to play, who want to make it to the NBA, because
Yeah,
them ones that know they want to that want to make it, they ain't worried about the money right now.
for sure.
They
For sure.
they work on their game and get the money later. Because
For
if they
sure.
chase the money, you ain't gonna be able to chase. You can't chase both.
Yeah, that's a fact. Somebody said, is the defense better in Europe than in the NBA?
Yes, the defense is way better in Europe than this. First off, it's college rules. So that the paint is clogged. So obviously you gotta have a team. You gotta have people that can shoot. Gotta have people who can understand pick and roll coverage, offensively,
Mhm.
defensively. Like that's why like Teodosic, his passing is crazy. That's why Luka's able to see like Luka playing an NBA game. I know he see everything. Like And I think I watch some highlights and I think it's crazy. Then I think about it, like that ain't really crazy for him. Like he throw
Hmm.
behind the back passes, and I'm thinking like, damn, crazy, but he really know where everybody at because he played in the way harder defenses before. You know what I'm saying?
Bruh.
Like he's seeing somebody go in the paint and then leave. So he probably counting like 2-9. Okay. When he get in and he leave, I know I'm skipping it. Like so, like I can count. Like now, the older I got, I was able to be able to understand pick and roll coverage, where you can't do nothing that I ain't never seen and make the right pass. So I know Luca at 6'7", with the experience he has played, the level he has played, it's very very easy for him,
Yeah.
very very easy. Um, like the contact in Europe it would be a foul every time in the NBA.
Damn, for real?
Hell yeah! Like I played with TJ. I've been playing with TJ Warren since I've been home, and TJ like, D, that's a foul. I'm like, no, it ain't. Not in Europe. He said NBA it is, and like we get in the argument because I think some of his calls soft. He thinks some of my shit is foul. So we playing on two different spectrums. So when we clash together, it's like, damn, it's very hard because
Yeah.
they want to score. So that's what the NBA want. But
Yeah.
I'm trying to get back to Europe, and I know I got to play defense. So I got to be physical, but that ain't how they play in NBA.
Yeah.
It's,
Damn.
NBA is what yeah, it's easier, bro. It's easier to score. It's more length. Like it's
Yeah.
athletic ability. That's the difference. That's the big difference as far as when it comes to scoring. But yeah, the defense is it's not even close.
For sure. So DJO, you've been having a professional career, so what are you, a 13 year? Is it 13 years you've been playing pro ball?
Yes, I have.
Man, take us through the journey of playing, being able to have the blessing of playing 13 plus years, and still hooping. You've been able to play all across the world, man. Just take us through some of the, cities and countries that you played in and, some of your favorites and some of, low moments you've had over there.
I'll say well, my favorite for sure is Milan, Italy. And I know um, for sure some of the guys I played with in Italy. I'm gonna say this for them. I know it's Milan. Because Milan's a great place. I played in Athens, another beautiful place.
Mm.
Uh, I played in Sardinia, another beautiful place. Um, Reggio Emilia, that's where Kobe grew up, and that's in Italy. That's where his dad played. A very nice place. Um, played in Turkey. Didn't really like Turkey. Turkey was a little different for me. Um,
Yeah,
didn't really like it, but they did have good food. Um, but I think what I like about playing in other countries is just the culture. I'm able to see something that I ain't never experienced. I'm able to talk to somebody else who ain't never experienced the same life I experienced. Uh, I'm able to see how they carry themselves, how they spend their day, how they conduct with each other, and for me, that's been a huge, because I'm sure everybody want to be able to look to somebody their color and be like, oh, okay, that's how we. I was able to see it from a different standpoint. Uh,
yeah,
I ain't the only one going in France. Like every black person you know, might look different, might be different according to when it comes to the French people. The African people in France deal with the same stuff that a black man would deal with in the States. So I was able to experience a lot of different things, but from a different spectrum.
for sure.
I was able to talk to people from Africa, talk to different people from different islands, talk to Italian people and understand culture, talk to Greek people and understand philosophy and mathematics and how their intake about how we got all this literature and science and all that stuff. A man from Greece will tell you that they invented anything literature wise, that's how they feel. So
Yeah,
I'm able to experience just different things, hear different stories that I probably never heard before, or different meanings. And my daughter was able to experience some of that stuff too. So for me, I think that's my end goal. I want to be able to live abroad. Just because for me it gives me peace. And
For, su-
that's just my spiel on that.
for sure. Take us through the adapting to being, different from the states. You know what I mean? The culture, like you said, the culture is different. The food is different. The time zone is different. You spoke on the how it being tougher over there to hoop. You know what I mean? Some dudes I talked to that played over there, they like some teams, the money went on time, or they want me to still hoop and the money ain't in my account. I'm like, look, you ain't got the money in my account and I'm not hooping. Like, just take us through that whole different just life experience over there for you.
And like you said, it's a life experience. You know what I'm saying? Everything ain't perfect in Europe. Yes, there are horror stories. Some might not get your money. I'm owed some money from a team in Turkey from 7 years ago. I'm not.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not getting it. They know a way how to get around it. You know what I'm saying? Why they still got a soccer team, but there's a lot of sometimes Wi-Fi ain't working. Like
Yeah, yeah.
it's just it is. There's horror stories, but I'm luckily for me I was in some good situations. Obviously, I have had bad experiences as far as what money being late, Wi-Fi or not getting some messed up car or something. Yeah, that has happened. But at the end of the day, I knew my job, play basketball, and I can only worry about stuff that I can control.
For sure.
Especially over there, if you start worrying about stuff that you ain't got no control of, like you're gonna lose your mind. If you're out there by yourself, you really gonna lose your mind.
For
You got
sure.
to build some interest, some hobbies, something to do while you on your free time. Because if not, you know, you can find yourself going down a hole rather that's partying, drinking, just little stuff that can deteriorate you from doing what you need to be doing. And because it's very hard, you gotta live over there by yourself. You gotta cook for yourself. You gotta
Yeah.
get food. Um, you gotta find time. You 6, 7 hours ahead. You ain't
Hmm.
talk to you. You're gonna miss holidays. You're gonna miss birthdays. You missing holidays. You know what I'm saying? You might have a death in the family, and you might ask to go. They might say no. Now I ain't been, and that's just, and that's sometimes how some other people work is. They 9 to 5, and it's hard to handle, man. It is hard to handle, but for me, I just think basketball. Like I love the game. I want to play, and sometimes you got some of the stuff that happens. You just gotta let it go and
Yeah.
work what you can control. And if you love the game, you'll do it for that reason at least.
Yeah. I read, like I said, you've been a 13-year pro so far, and I've read, you play for some teams and you guys may mutually agree to, part ways. Okay, well, we're gonna move a different direction, and rather that's been on your part or their part. Feeling like you've been drafted, you know, feel like you deserve to be in the league. You didn't get your opportunity. You played D League ball, you know, then you decide to go pro ball. Did it ever become tough on you mentally, knowing like, man, I just want to get somewhere where I could be comfortable, I can really relax, instead of having, to go from team to team almost, every year, every other year, however it may have played out in your career. Does that ever become tough on you? Like, man, damn.
It didn't become tough on. It came tough more like when I had my daughter because
Got you.
I was always moving. It's the outside of the like playing basketball stuff that's really hard. So like
Okay.
when I had my daughter, it's like damn, what I do now? Do we buy a house back here? They stay here. They come with me. So do they go to school here? Do they go like that stuff? Start getting really hard for me.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't that. I mean, travel like moving around wasn't the problem. Like I said, it was just you do want to have somewhere where you play and you have guaranteed 2 years and stuff like that. But sometimes, that 1 year you betting on yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Now, like you can jump 60K, 100K off.
Mm.
And some guys might do that. I did that my first year, and I jumped a lot. So to like moving around, as long as I was playing like Euro Cup, I was cool with it. But
Yeah.
a lot of guys don't like that. Some guys want to have the long-term deals. Um, but when you find yourself in a good situation, city-wise, coach-wise, team-wise, that's the best time to try to lock in for a long-term deal.
For sure. Bet. Um, back in 2020, it felt like the whole world stopped for a particular moment. You know what I mean? On January 26th, bro. Take us through that moment, when you found out the tragic news, you know what I mean? You have an opportunity to talk to him, and have somewhat of a relationship with him. Just take us through, where were you at when you found the news, and how did you feel when that news came out?
Well, we're leaving because isn't that's around is that COVID?
That was right before COVID.
Right before COVID. But Italy found out first. Like that's when the first breakout happened was in Italy. So they
Yeah.
shut everything down. So I'm going home. So I'm trying to get to the train station before the army cut the trains off. Like I get in Milan. They got the military sitting in the train station. Like they need like a COVID. They need to be show where I'm going and all this type of stuff. Nah, shit got real crazy. Like, uh, what's my man Will Smith movie? With the zombies.
I Am Legend.
Man, it got like that. Like in there scanning my like they had in my eye. I'm like, oh shit. Like, I get to when my home people career in Milan. They're like, hey, Kobe just died. I'm like, stop playing. I'm thinking they playing. I get on the internet, it's just going crazy. Now the team I'm playing with, that's where Kobe grew up.
Mm.
So the first person I asked like our GM. He's like, yes, it's true. It's true. We have meeting tomorrow. I'm like, I thought we was leaving because of COVID. So I was like, I'm already out, man. I'm gone. I'm leaving the next day. I can't come back. But when I first heard the news, I couldn't believe it. And all I kept thinking about was I didn't really ask enough questions.
Mm.
Rather that was basketball or life. I didn't ask enough questions. I didn't do my due diligence because my mentality come up was to kill and destroy. I won't even friends. I don't have a picture. I ain't got a sign, nothing from Kobe. Like I really used to be on that, and that's really crazy to have a mentality like when you playing with Kobe, and I just couldn't help that. Like that's how Buzz made our team. Like Jimmy J, Vanderbilt, all dogs. I'm sure we pretty much most of us think the same. But yeah, I don't have an autograph, nothing from Kobe. Like none of that even came in my mind. And I know he's my favorite player, but I didn't feel that type when I was around him. I want to go at you. Obviously, I ain't getting the reps, but I'm eager on the sideline. Like I just want to see it. And I know he gonna probably kill me, but I gotta see it.
Yeah. DJO, bro. Look.
Man, listen, he used to. I ain't gonna lie, Kobe he used to talk to me for real,
Yeah.
like even some dumb. I might do some. I was late on the team bus one time. I'm the last one. For some reason I skip everybody else. I could just see Kobe straight ahead. Yeah. Oh y'all motherfuckers get that motherfucker plane ticket right now. So Dwight, my teammate, Dwight and Kobe, like Dwight and Kobe kind of beefing, like Dwight kind of man just sit
Yeah.
down, good man. Like he was trying to I don't know, like trying to protect me, but that shit was loud and clear. But then after shoot around, he was like, man, you can't be doing that. So he
Who
did,
Kobe did?
yeah, he did it in public, but he also behind closed doors told me like, listen, you can't. So was he an asshole? Yes he was. But what was he like kind to you too when it was off the court? Yeah, he was.
For
He was.
sure.
But he was like basketball wise, he gonna let you know he the best.
For
And
sure.
you gotta respect it. But other than that, man, I wish I would have asked more questions. and like just didn't have this. I just wanted to learn, not having this wanting to go at him type of thing, just because
for,
that was my ego mentality type of thing.
for sure.
Knowing I ain't gonna be able to do nothing with him, but I just wanted to see it. You
Had
know,
that moment. Yeah,
at that moment, I think, and I wish I would have asked. And I always say that I wish I would have asked more questions, man.
for sure, for sure. Um, Probably just I don't know if it was last year or a few years ago. I seen you on live and you had you had suffered a major injury.
Mm.
Just take us through that whole process of how it happened. What particular injury did you did have, and how was the whole rehabbing process on getting back to playing ball?
Man, it was a tough injury. So I had like a tear in my quad. And it's been very hard. That's what I'm coming back from now. So I've been out for a good little piece of change. Um, the mentality, like being like this, the longest I've ever been. And the funny thing is, when people see you that you haven't seen in a long time, they expect you to be the same person.
Hmm.
Not knowing that shit, I done been to 30 countries. I done played in 8 countries. I done been on by myself for this much period of time. So I'm still all basketball because that's been my world. But I get home, somebody like one of my homeboys, he might be into something else, or he doing something else. Like, and I'm just all locked in basketball. That's all I know. So it's been the it's being around, being home just helps me see like cherish what you have left. You know,
Mm,
um, and I ain't gonna say I took where I've been playing or being able to play basketball this long for granted. I just never thought about the ending.
mm,
And that's the truth. So when since I've been home, like I'm seeing people, they got 9 to 5s now, they got families now. They talking about they're not in the same spirit that I'm in as far
yeah,
as the basketball world. Because all I know is basketball. Like I'm like a savant when it comes to basketball. That's all I know. That's all I know. So being social, not the best
yeah,
unless I know you for real. Going like so just being around normal people and being a normal person, it's hard, it's been hard
yeah,
mentally wise because all I know is the game, and that's all I could think. Even though I know I got a couple years left, that's all I know at the moment, you know what I'm saying? So having to think about the ending has been the hardest thing, you know.
yeah,
But I'm gonna cherish these moments, and the injuries is just something, is a hurdle to get over.
for
And
sure.
for me, that never that's not gonna stop me until I gotta be a wounded dog, like out. Like
Yeah,
I want to end it my way. You know what I'm saying?
for sure.
I want to be like if I go out there and whenever I get back to France and I go out there and somebody just really blow by me or just do me crazy, I'm like, yeah,
That's
that
it.
that's it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? I'm not just going out just because I had an injury or I don't want to do the rehab or I don't want to put the work in or I want to complain that it's too hard. No, that's what I was built to do this. That's
facts,
that's my job for the past 12 years.
facts.
So for me to quit just because I have an injury or some things ain't going the right way, I know basketball, it's gonna always be there for me. You know what I'm saying? So rather that's me being on the court or me being off the court as far as with the game. But
Yeah,
I wanted to end it. I wanted to end it on my terms, and that's how I'm gonna do it.
for sure. What would be your advice to kids that may, go through major injuries or injuries similar to yours, just to maintain? Like, what would be some advice that you would recommend to them?
First, you have to understand how to take care of your body. You know,
Mm,
and you gotta understand the things that could damage your body.
yeah,
And I get it. Everybody want to go out and have a good time. That's cool. Drink, whatever the case. Do what you do, but that stuff can harm your body, and you ain't gonna notice the first couple years, but
yeah.
the get stuff start
Over
breaking
t over time, yeah,
down. It start breaking down. I know a lot of guys that haven't been able to play just because of that. Like I said, you overseas, you by yourself a lot. So some guys including myself, you might drink too much. Like one year, I had so much body fat, I don't even know how I was dunking the ball. Like I was way overweight. My first year, I was what once the family left and I was sitting in the house. I think it was I call him Henry. Y'all call him Hennessy. I had I I had Henry sitting right there with me. I'm talking about bloated 230 in the playoffs, windmilling. So that you gotta understand to take care of your body.
For
Um,
sure.
and I mean your body. I mean, and you. I don't think quitting is an option unless you just don't want to do, the hard stuff.
The
And
rehabbing.
yeah, and rehabbing, and it is the hard stuff.
Yeah.
Um, like I had surgery on my knee twice. A lot of people don't know. Like this is the
Mm.
first I think I'm telling it to on a public platform, but I had surgery on my knee twice. So after the second time, I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to go through the rehab stage again. Like doing it all over again was like, damn, can I do it?
Yeah.
And then once I started playing and started getting back normal, I was like, okay, it wasn't as hard. But if I would have quit, I would have really had that stuck in my head. Like, damn, you just gave up on something that you put all this time in for your whole life.
That you could have came back from.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you could have came back. Like, end on your terms. Don't end because you were too lazy or you didn't want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, in the way you want to end. Especially something I love the game so much. I want to end on my way.
Facts. Facts. What has the game of basketball taught you that carry into everyday life?
Emotions.
That's big.
Emotions because like I said, I am all basketball. And I haven't had I haven't had anything other than basketball to make me feel like who I am. Like if I ain't had basketball, I don't know. And I tell kids all the time, like, listen, especially college kids, I'm like, listen, man, cherish what you got right now, especially with these people. Some of these
Yeah.
people want to help you, some of these people you're gonna have in the rest of your life, but cherish what you got. Because like I said, I don't know what I'm gonna do as far as when I'm done. So I'm trying to give it everything I got. I'm just pushing forward with it. But you gotta, just stay at it. I think that's the main goal. Now basketball has took me a long way. Um, but like I was saying before, just having emotionally wise, um, I think for me, my competitive spirit can it can hurt me and it can help me. And I
Yeah.
think I care so much about the game, winning and losing, like it really bothers me, like to lose.
Yeah. Yeah.
Home and really watch film for 2 hours, and then wake up and then probably figure out, damn, okay, I gotta play this dude. Watch film again. Like I wasn't like when I was my daughters we were all together. I was bad at being like a family dad because
Mm.
basketball. I only knew basketball, so I would come home after practice and watch film again, or I'll watch somebody, or I study a player that's in the NBA that I'm trying to steal something from. So I was just so stuck on basketball. My emotions for the game. That's all I process.
Yeah.
So I would tell a kid, look, you take the game serious, but um, don't let it run your life. Run who you need. You know what I'm saying? Run your outside world. Like
Yeah.
once it gets to your outside world, then it could be a problem. And that's what happened. I think for me, it became overwhelming because I want to be back in the NBA. I want to be the best player I can be. So you got all these things built up. You're trying to do all these things. You're so concerned and overwhelmed with all those things basketball wise. You kind of defer from other things that really mean a lot to you that outside of the court. Um,
Facts.
I would say emotion. And I'm still working on it because like today I'm competitive as hell. Me and TJ get into it,
Yeah.
and we at the Dale Center. We at the state gym just playing, and
Yeah.
I know the record me and TJ got the past 2 weeks. We didn't. Yeah, we played ones. I know all that. I know all the records. I know the amount of wins I got and the losses I got to TJ in the past 2 weeks. That's kind of, and to me, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's just like emotion. Like
Yeah,
hey,
yeah,
I've been before, but also having to. You gotta like learn how to turn it down.
for sure.
And I see that even with NBA players, like Draymond, like for instance with Draymond, the stuff that happened with the Phoenix Suns last 2 games ago.
Mm-hmm.
I For him to get on the podcast and talk about that, that should wait till tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of like, and that's what I'm saying. People got to understand athletes. We have some of the biggest egos.
Facts.
We want to be this person, that person. We want to be known as winners, known as celebrities, known as the guy with this money, known the guy with this car. Like it's so much come in with the athlete that we can get caught up in a lot of that stuff.
For sure.
So
For
yeah.
sure. So now, DJO, these is what I call my hot seat questions. Kind of
Okay.
put you on the spot a little bit, have a little
Ooh.
fun. For you, from Raleigh, North Carolina, if I say DJO, I'm gonna do a world tour. I need you to grab me 5 hoopers from Raleigh to run with you. Black top ball. Who would be your team? You take it from out of Raleigh to play across the world.
I get 5, including myself. Hold on, so I get 4.
Okay, bet. Yeah. Okay, give me 4 then.
Ooh. Damn.
Wait, before you answer that, bro. For those who don't know, just give us a few names from the people that's from Raleigh.
Shit, we got John Wall, we got PJ Tucker, Rodney Chris Clinton, uh, guy named Anthony Richardson, Chris Wilcox, TJ Warren, CJ Leslie,
Yeah.
Desmond, there's a kid named Bishop Daniels. He was dumb athletic. Who else we got? Damn, and I'm gonna have to do 5. That's gonna be tough. Brock Young. Shit, we got a kid named Prince Williams that went to ECU. We got some killers.
Yeah. So that just go to show y'all that this top 5 is tough. And Raleigh got them hoopers out of there.
CJ
So
Leslie. I already said
yeah,
him.
yeah. Okay,
Uh,
bet. Okay, bet. I'm gonna make it easier for you, bro. I'm gonna make it easy. I need your 4 and I need your 5 coming off the bench.
Whew. All right, my 4. I'm gonna go Brock, John.
Okay, so John Wall gonna be your 1.
Yep.
Okay.
I'll be the 2 then. Damn, between Dez and Rodney. I'm gonna go Desmond Wells, my 3. PJ Tucker the 4 and CJ Leslie the 5.
Okay, who the next 5 coming in after y'all?
I'm gonna have Brock Young, Rodney Purvis. Brock Young, Rodney Purvis. Shit. TJ. Oh shit, I forgot about TJ. Damn. TJ gonna be mad if I say, "Oh fuck it, TJ, you're gonna have to come off the bench." TJ, Chris Wilcox, and we had a kid named Anthony Richardson.
That's tough. That's
Damn,
tough.
TJ. Oh, Shablik Randolph.
Look,
You know, I'm putting Shablik Randolph at my 5. I'm gonna have to scratch Ant Richardson. I'll just pay for
okay,
Shab.
bet. Okay. In your prime, DJO, if you could have that 1v1 versus anybody,
Ooh.
who that one-on-one that you need, who that matchup you need in your prime right now?
Mm. I gotta go somebody that's kind of like in my same height. Who I wanted to play for real? I can't say Jimmy because Jimmy, I ain't gonna lie, Jimmy been whooping my ass. No bullshit. That's the only person I ain't really never really beat for real. I probably want to play Flip Murray.
Got you. Got
Yeah.
you. To matter of fact, to piggyback off of that, bro, I never really got to ask you that. Playing at Marquette, Jimmy Butler, you know what I mean, just blossom into this superstar that we have now. Did you always see Jimmy Butler's potential, playing at Marquette? You know what I mean? Now he's one of like the scariest dudes to want to play against. His first few years in Chicago, he really wasn't getting the player time he deserved, but now he just blossomed to this one of the best two-way players ever in the league. Just talk about Jimmy, you seeing Jimmy, at Marquette.
Jimmy. So I don't think nobody saw Jimmy being who Jimmy is now. But I knew one thing I did know. Jimmy had the will. He worked hard, and Jimmy was not a quitter at all. Like so, like all right, real story. Me and Jimmy would go out. Let's say we go out
Okay.
at this time. Let's say we go get some Ciroc. We drink Ciroc back then. But we gotta be up at 4:30 for sure in the gym by 4:45. I'm not. I ain't playing. All right, now me and Jimmy, we drank until 1:30. Jimmy go sleep in the gym. Jimmy go sleep in the team locker room. We dead drunk. We have this is a running day, like, and Buzz running is ridiculous. Jimmy is sleep in the locker. I wake him up, Jimmy. All right, we ready? We got boot camp. Let's take a shower. We got to try and get this alcohol out. When they get to the running part, nobody want to run solo. A solo is down, back, half. I mean, free throw line back, half court back, down, back. That's by yourself. Because Buzz will partner you up, and you got a certain time. So the solo man doing it all by himself. Guess who ran solos? Jimmy. He ran like 13 of them too by himself. I thought he was gonna throw up. He bent over, spit, and wiped his shoes. I said, "This."
Oh no, what happened? What happened? See if we can get him back. His phone probably died. That's crazy. That boy Jimmy Butler was different. See if I can get DJO back in here. Let me see. There you go.
Man, my bad. I don't know what happened.
Nah, you good, Brody. You all good.
Oh yeah, like I was saying, yeah, Jimmy, his work ethic was just crazy. And
Yeah.
Jimmy, I remember Jimmy saying like, I remember his senior year, he was like, we asked Jimmy, what you gonna do? Jimmy was like, I don't know, just go back to Texas. Like he didn't know he was gonna play in the NBA. But Jimmy he had a game. He had a 30 ball against Duke. And he had like 25 against Gonzaga. So that game against Duke, Jimmy was like, oh, maybe. So and then I start seeing Jimmy doing late night workouts. Now he's shooting NBA threes now. He working on NBA range. So when he shoot college three, it's a lot easier.
Yeah.
So I'm like, damn, Jimmy in the gym now. Okay, Jimmy might think he got a chance. So that's when we start seeing like little stuff as far as Jimmy working out earlier.
Yeah.
Jimmy ain't outside a lot. He ain't partying like he used to.
He locked in.
He locked in, but we ain't
Yeah.
starting it till like closer to the end of the season. But he was one of the. Jimmy was a tough dude, man. You could
Yeah.
tell, like, Jimmy, we need to stop, but it's on you though. Like we would say, like, Jimmy, you got to stop him or we're gonna lose.
Yeah.
Jimmy gonna get the stop.
He gonna lock in.
He can be in the line, but like you miss it. I'm talking about he can be on the free throw line. I could be shooting. Jimmy might be like, if you miss it, I got you. It's two
A
people there.
dog.
Two, boing, I'm on. Find a way to get the ball, like, oh, crazy, like, and that's what
Yeah.
I like with him and Jay. That was they difference. Like they impact on the game without scoring was very very hard to do. Those are
Sure.
two Jimmy and Jay. They were kind of similar as far as their approach. But yeah, Jimmy was a dog.
Dog.
Yeah, he a
Yeah,
dog.
for
And
sure.
if you wasn't a dog, oh shit, yeah, if you wasn't a dog around that time, especially when Jimmy was getting better, you gonna find out, or you probably was gonna transfer. No, Jimmy, I don't think he didn't got one dude about it for real.
Word, that's tough.
Yeah, because I mean, we had a different type of mentality.
Yeah, he was locked in.
He was locked in. He was locked in.
DJO, if I say you could listen to 3 albums for the rest of your life, what
That's
3 albums would you listen to?
that's super tough. That is crazy question right there. My first album that I really got hooked to was Blueprint by Hove.
Facts.
Uh, I would say Carter 2.
Okay, but matter of fact, give me 5, DJO. I'll give you 2 more, man. I know that's tough. They do 3.
Carter 2. Then I would go.
Blueprint, Carter 2. All right.
Eesh. Oh, and then there was X, DMX. Uh, oh, I'm definitely going to. I'm too like old school. A Nas. Damn, what album? I can't remember his first album. There, shit. Nas'
I'm
first
not
album.
okay.
I'm trying to think some. Oh, Jeezy. Uh, Thug
Thug
Motivation.
motivation. Yeah. Oh,
Good,
that's tough.
good God.
That's tough. He said, "Good God."
Uh,
That's
Damn.
tough. I think that was 5. That's 5. You good? That's
I
5.
gotta add. I gotta add Rick Ross. Port of Miami.
Oh yeah, you gotta add Rose in there for sure.
I listen to a lot of different things, man. I'm trying to get hooked to what these young folks listening to, but it just ain't working like I thought it would.
That's a
I'm trying to
fact,
get down with the boss man dog, boss man D-Lo.
man, bro. They drive me crazy with that song, bro. Like I'm
Okay,
tired of it already, man.
I
I'm
think
like,
I'm
come on.
tired of it too. I know I can make me a song now.
No, for sure.
I gotta catch my tune. You just gotta catch your tune. That's
Look,
all.
bro, just get you a hard beat, bro. You good. That's all it's
You need
about
a
anyway.
hard beat and like I'm gonna get a strange ass flow. I'm gonna be in there.
For sure. If you could have 5 dinner guests, dead or alive, who would your 5 be? That you would just sit at the table, chop it up with about whatever. Who you need to pick game from?
Damn. Okay, I'm gonna say, damn. You gotta sound kind of. I gotta sound kind of educated because I gotta make sure I pick the right one. Uh, Marcus Garvey.
Good one.
Marcus Garvey. Fred Hampton.
There we go.
Um, I'll say Wilt Chamberlain because I want to know how Wilt was really living. Like, was you really? I seen Wilt House when I was at the White Crib.
He said, "I want to see how he was living."
I said, "Hey, was you really living like?" I'm gonna ask you, was you really living like that?
Yeah.
That's chronic OG.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. You think that Will game is real, bro? It's crazy how we don't got no footage from that game, bro. But we got footage of everything else. That's just a little crazy to me,
I
bro.
thought they had the footage.
Oh, it ain't came out. You know, now
Mello
with
say
technology, you can
Mello
filter
say
it.
he got the footage.
Man, I don't know, bro. It's
So
just crazy.
now people think the 100-point game ain't real.
Yeah, bro.
Nah, we can't do
Cause they
that.
saying, bro, we got all this other footage, but we don't got no footage of the 100-point game. That's a part of history.
What other
Oh
footage we got? Who else? What other
no,
footage we
but I'm
got?
talking about like other things from back in the day that happened, and you know what I mean, part of history. but we ain't got no
One,
footage at all.
he playing an NBA team that ain't even an NBA team no more back
I
then.
don't know. That just seemed a little crazy to me, bro. We ain't got nothing, not a dunk, not a nothing.
You think somebody gonna score 100 again?
It's Devin Booker dropping 70 points and Luka. It's possible. Especially they don't play no defense in the NBA now, bro. It's very possible.
I think somebody gonna get 100.
Yeah.
So.
I think it might be like Luka or like Jason Tatum or Devin Booker or Curry. You got to be somebody that's like they can shoot the ball 100 times. It don't matter. Like they going to get it.
70 points still is OD too.
No, facts.
70 points. Like,
what's your highest average? What's your highest you ever dropped?
I think my highs is like 50. I had 50 in high school.
In high school,
I had 40. I really had 48, but I'm gonna say I had 50. I counted that motherfucker. Look, I counted that shit out. I counted it out like even after high school. I know I had 50 every time. 48 every time. I'll be looking for 2 points too. I'll be looking for 2. I must have missed something. Nah, I had 48.
bro said he had 48, but he say
Marquette,
50.
yeah, at Marquette, I'm number 12 in scoring. I played 3 years. I never had 30.
Damn.
That's a crazy stat. And somebody told me, he was like, yeah, you never had 30 points in a game? I was like, never?
You number
you
12?
never had 30 points and you number 11 and 12 in scoring.
That's tough.
In 3 years.
That's tough. That's tough, but that's also wild.
That is.
That's tough, but that's wild.
I never have 30, but number 11 in scoring. 11 had 30.
That's crazy. Man. All right, 2 more. Who your last 2 for your dinner guest, buddy? Who said Marcus Garvey, Fred Hampton, Wilt.
I gotta talk to Tupac.
Yeah, okay.
I'm trying to think somebody got them secrets. Nigga, spill the beans.
Barack, bro. Barack.
You said Barack?
Barack got them, bro. He know it all, bro. President, he know what's going on.
He do, but I know he ain't saying that. He ain't still. The only black man, you got all the secrets. You better hush it up. Barack ain't telling nobody nothing.
Oh man, I'm trying to think, bro.
I'm gonna say, man, Bernie Mac. I don't know why. Just
Bernie. Okay, got to get you some laughs in, bro, for sure.
I gotta get some laughs in.
For sure. DJO, if I told you I can get you courtside tickets to any NBA game in NBA history, what game you need tickets to and why?
Any NBA game or
any NBA game in NBA history?
Yeah, it gotta be Game 7, man. Mike in Utah. Got to.
Gotta be. That's easy. I think then there 3-4 people have said that on here before.
I knew that. I couldn't even think of nothing else at that time. Like that was the first thing that popped in my head. Instantly.
Sure. DJO, who was your toughest matchup to guard in the NBA?
Ty Lawson.
Ooh, killer. He was so tough.
See, and that's the crazy part. NBA, like, he was tough, and also I had to guard. What's the old buddy went to Oregon? Aaron Brooks.
Oh yeah.
My dog. This is my first game. This is really my first like NBA. Like, oh shit, motherfucker's tough. I'm guarding him, and I got my hand out. Swear to God, Aaron Brooks is dribbling, and he's smacking my hand. Pow, pow, pow. Like, clap, like, give me hand claps.
Give you a high five.
High five while he dribbling. He said, you know you ain't finna take this, right? I'm like, all right. I ain't even talking, like, but I'm a rookie, so this is like a hazing for him.
Yeah.
Man, he just blow by me and stop on the dime. He ain't even shoot it. He just started laughing, and, like, he passed. I'm like, nah, these niggas is crazy. They wild. They really wild out here. Like, everybody. I'm just running into little people. Like, you see it on TV, you be like, man, he ain't nothing. Man, nah. No
He like
sir.
that.
They
Yeah.
like that. And
Yeah.
for anybody to be like, oh, the 15 man off the bench can't come in the YMCA and give me 30. Yes, he can.
He there for a reason.
No, yes, he can. Yes, he can. Don't even like let that go in your head. Now, it might be a couple NBA players, like a couple that ain't gonna give you 30. I think they can't give you 30, but most
The net
mugs,
the Nexus.
he is not. No, no. I don't. He is not getting 30. He ain't getting 30. He know he ain't getting 30.
We know why he in the league, but we ain't even. I don't. This ain't what
Yeah, I
my
mean,
platform is for. But I'm
ain't
just,
not, yeah, we ain't nothing to talk about here. Probably he was a great teammate, man. He great team,
yeah.
not an NBA player.
But it just comes to a point where like dudes like you, like I said, my guy Archie Goodwin, Samaje, dudes that can still play and be in the league. That's just not in the league, and then there's people in the league that could help a team. You know what I'm saying? Like it just
Yeah, but sometimes that's the business part of it, and that's when you kind
that's
of. And I think a lot of those guys that play overseas who experience some good seasons in the NBA, that's the hardest part for them to get over. The
yeah,
business part. Like Samaj had really good playing time with the Thunder.
yeah.
Like Pierre Jack, like it's a lot of guys you can name over and over again, and we ain't gonna never have an answer.
So
Nobody
why?
never had an answer why, like Mike Beasley, why? Because he's just different. He talk different. He act different. He ain't causing no harm to nobody. He's just a different type of basketball player or a person. Like the Mike Beasley shit is wild. Like Isaiah Thomas still was wild for me for a little bit. Like it's certain situations I don't think nobody has know the answers of why. Like and
Mellow,
Melo, like you just don't know why. Nobody knows why. And I think when those guys start thinking about that shit, I think that what really bothers them the most.
for
Because
sure.
they don't. What can you say?
Yeah, we'll never know the answer to that, man.
You'll never know.
Uh,
I gotta come tell it though.
for sure. For sure. DJO, I need your top five NBA players of all time. Your
Ah,
top five.
my top five. I'm going Mike, Kobe. I mean, I, I can throw. I got to throw Braun in there. And
Got to.
I used to be like, nah, I can't throw all three of them in there, but
You got to, bro.
I feel like you got like I was gonna never choose Braun over neither one of them two, but he won after he got the scoring thing. It was like he ain't really a scorer.
Mm-hmm.
Like Braun to me still ain't a scorer. He ain't a better
No.
scorer than KD, Melo, D. Like he's just not. But he got
Yeah.
all time leading scorer.
That's tough.
That says a lot. Like to me, that says a lot to and he top 10 in assists and rebounds. So to me, I had to throw him in there. Four.
I think he gonna have what 40,000, 10,000, and 10,000. It's crazy.
Yeah, he gonna have something crazy. I'm gonna have to go KG.
Okay.
And I'm going Shaq. Just because Shaq was dominant. He was lazy, but
Facts.
Shaq a dream. I don't know. I'm I'm gonna go. Actually, I'm gonna go Hakeem.
Okay. Dream. Can't go wrong with that.
I'm
Can't
actually
go
going.
wrong with that.
Like I just like the skill set of Hakeem.
For
Now,
sure.
Shaq was a dominant force, but I like the skill set of Hakeem.
For sure. Okay. One question I forgot to ask you, Brody, man. I hope I'm not holding you up, but take us through the TBT, man.
Oh,
How was that experience? I forgot. I've just seen the question. I forgot to mention it. I had it as a part B. But yeah, take us through that TBT, man. Y'all ended up winning it one year. You know,
so
me and my cousin were talking about that earlier. Like it's tough, man. You got dudes that with some guys there that came back and y'all playing for a million. Like that's
um,
tough.
we won the year we won it. It was COVID, so we had to go play in that bubble
Mm,
type deal. So we had we in our rooms most of the time by ourselves. You know, we got our own floor. Um, so we so what? Luckily now it's just like how everybody think the Lakers championship is not.
it don't
It's an
count.
it's, you know what I'm saying. It's an asterisk next to it. So a lot of fun shit was happening. Like we was supposed to play one team for sure. They was tough. I think it was Mark Lons and somebody had caught COVID. That team done
Eliminated. Yeah.
eliminated. So we ended up playing. We got an easier team.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm like, all right, well, we get by them. It might be a cakewalk.
Yeah.
Like we see the other side, we like, damn, they lost. Joe Johnson them lost. Oh, it might be cakewalk if we beat this team. So by the time we get in there, we like, all right, man, it's the last game. That's the last game. And but the year before that, I played with Boogie in there, and my homeboy
Mm.
Maurice Acker, who played at Marquette, he was like, man, D, look, I'm telling you, if you play with us, we gonna win. I'm not. I'm a humble guy, so in my head, I'm thinking like, nigga, who you think I am? Like that's what I that's just who I am. Like I watched my highlights today from Buddy Poster. I was like, that shit looked all right. Like I'm brutal on my stuff. So he
Yeah.
talking about DJ, man, you would have came, you would have played last year, we would have won. You come play this year, we definitely gonna win. I'm like, bruh, all right, whatever. I go play because that's my guy. I love him. If I can help him win, he makes some money. Cool.
Yeah.
We fucking win the damn thing. We win the damn TBT. The first thing he come to say, I told you, motherfucker. I told you would have played with the one. I get emotional because my man Mo ain't played, and like some guys ain't played. Some guys' career ended 3 years prior.
Yeah.
So that little 90,000 or whatever, that ain't little to them.
No, for real.
It won't little to nobody. Let me not say it like that, but that 90,000, I was able to help my homie. Man, I felt way better than me getting the money. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Because I know how my career, what teams I played with. I know where he was at, where he played at. So for him to win, and he was like, "I told you should have played," and he was just happy. And that was a great moment on the basketball court and just being around my guys that I went to school with. Um,
It was bigger than you.
it really was, and that was and we at Marquette we were all close, and I think us winning that, man, it really established our brotherhood. Like
Yeah.
um, we most of us still talk, and I'm thankful for that. Because some of us are, some others go through shit, some others don't, some others, you know what I'm saying. But we still able to talk, and I think that really helped a lot of us, man. Being
For sure.
able to trust each other.
For sure. Last two questions I got for you, Brody. If you could look in the mirror and you could talk to your 16-year-old self right now, knowing what you know now, what would be some advice that you would give to yourself?
Live in your means of your life. Don't you know what I'm saying? And like when I say that, just having social media come around the time for me where like it was it was becoming a thing. You saw stuff that you ain't never seen before
Yeah.
outside. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, I ain't just got Facebook in Raleigh now. Like I can go. You know what I'm saying? Like Instagram, like other people can see me.
Yeah.
I So you start being able to see a lot of different things you never saw in your life.
Yeah.
When you get to a certain point, like once I got some money, I was like, damn, let me see what I'm gonna do with it. Let me see how you know what I'm saying? Instead of,
Yeah.
you know, live in my means, worry
Yeah.
about myself, live according to what you feel is right.
For
Um,
sure.
so that's what I would tell myself, and I was also tell myself, I would also tell myself to get another interest, have other
Mm.
hobbies. Um, besides, basketball wasn't my only hobby until I was probably 28, 29.
Yeah.
I wasn't doing much reading. If I was reading, it was some basketball plays or something about basketball. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So that's why I say try to put your put your brain into other things.
For
Your
sure.
mind.
There's nothing wrong with having a backup plan.
Yeah, there ain't nothing wrong with having a backup plan. And just because you have a backup plan don't mean your first plan ain't gonna work.
For sure.
It's just you securing yourself. And I I remember being 22, like $2,000 for a table. Oh, I get that back next year. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I'm thinking. Like, oh, that's all right. But because I'm thinking I'm gonna play basketball till my fucking somebody has to cut my toes off. That's what you start dealing with injuries. You start seeing different stuff. So
Yeah.
try to gain interest in something else in life. That doesn't have to always be sports, or it doesn't
Yeah.
always become competitive.
For
Um,
sure.
I was able to find my outlook in just reading or writing in my journal, talking about my
Yeah,
day. So you find other things that gain your interest. Don't always be locked in on just being a competitor.
for sure. Then last one I got for you, Brody, is who would you recommend that I get on the show that maybe need to get this story out there, that may help somebody, especially the shorties coming up. I kind of revamped my podcast into helping spread light on young high school stars, that can listen to guys like you story that's played at the highest level, and kind of learn from, what you guys went through. But if you could recommend somebody for the show, who would you recommend?
Ooh, man, it's a lot of players out there. Um, Man, I know one. Some people haven't heard from in a while. PJ Harrison.
Oh, I think I talked to him before too. You just can't lock it in.
PJ Harrison would be a good one because I'm sure he has some things he would like to talk about. Because I haven't heard from him, seen anything about him in a while.
Yeah.
And, I think a lot of kids can grow from some stuff you can tell them. Also, I would say so. I have a problem with like the high school got like given the high school got all the media, all this stardom before,
Mm-hmm.
and then once they make a mistake, the media just shuns them away. You
Yeah.
know, make them look like they're just this bad kid. But when you gave me this, you put the spotlight on me. They didn't
Mm-hmm.
have. Um, so like I think kids like Trey Jefferson.
Ooh, out of Milwaukee. Ooh, he was tough.
Trey
He was
Jefferson.
tough. He got probably one of the best highlight tapes ever, bro.
Um, because he was a kid that had basketball wise, he could do anything. But
Anything, bro.
he lived in a certain lifestyle that no kid, probably a lot of kids ain't living, especially in
Yeah.
Milwaukee. I know for a fact
Facts.
in Milwaukee, no.
Yeah.
I know how Trey was living. And he could come in the game, he probably ain't practicing a week and get 30.
Facts.
Straight from the street, straight from the corner over there, straight to the AU. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So
Yeah.
he could probably explain that a lot better than I can. I also would say, do you remember a kid named what's big Ronaldo Sidney?
Oh, it sounds familiar. I just can't put a face to it.
He was number one in his class. Oh, Xavier Henry.
Oh yeah, yeah. He played for the Lakers in Milwaukee too. I mean,
He
in
played.
Memphis, right?
He just got back active on Instagram, and it's been like 5 years. Nobody ain't seen him, heard from him in like 5 years. I'm just giving up. I want to know what's up.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
everybody go through something, but everybody's not comfortable to talk about it.
That's a fact. That's a
So
fact.
I would be very interested in some of those guys' stories and what made them who they are.
Right.
I'm trying to think of somebody from here that you would know. You ever try
I
to
think
get
I
talk
got
Rodney
Rodney.
Purvis?
Nope. If you could help me with that one, Brody, that'd be love.
Oh yeah, I can help you with that. That's
Yeah, I
a
know him because he played with I know he played with one of the dudes from out here. He played with Bo Wright, so I kind of know him from the UConn days.
oh yeah,
He
boat right.
played. Yeah, yeah. Bo, we from the same hometown. Me and my cousin, we all from Aurora, from where Bo from. So UConn, we was watching them heavy.
Hey man, boat right used to give us fits too. But boat right coming in with too much energy. Boat right want to scold and fight. So and he ain't backing down like this nigga little nigga man, what you talking about? And he want to bump. And he's bumping after the game. It don't
Yeah,
matter lose, win, draw.
he
He might have had a bad night. He bumping him.
yeah he owned that.
When I start hanging out with Bo right overseas, I'm like, man, he a good dude, man.
Yeah, for sure.
We
He
was team
definitely man.
Paris 2 years ago.
Yeah. Oh, y'all was on the same team.
Nah, we Bo Wright was this when Bo Wright was playing in Paris, and
Okay.
I remember telling him that the team was gonna try to play Euro Cup. Bo was like, hey, I'm trying to stay because
Yeah.
he got he made some good money out there in Paris. So we used to
Sure.
hang out a little bit, man. He a good dude.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Man, DJO, bro, I appreciate you, taking time out your day to come on here and tell your story. I hit you, you hit me back, so let's do it. So I appreciate you, taking time out to believe in what I'm doing and sharing your story. For me, I want to give you your flowers, bro, for what you contribute to the game of basketball, just for the memories that you gave us as basketball fans, man. So I just want to say thank you again, Brody, and I appreciate you, coming on my platform.
Man, no problem, man. Thank you for having me, man. It was fun.
For
I'm
sure.
trying to do this more with a lot of other people, a lot of up and coming podcast guys.
Yeah.
I think it's important. It ain't important for me. It's important for the younger guys that listen to it.
Facts.
Everybody's gonna want to make that jump and try to get to the league or try to play overseas. But I think it's important for the guys who already done it to kind of give a feedback, rather that's positive or negative. Uh,
Facts.
we should be open enough for somebody to come ask us questions and come talk to us.
For
But
sure. Be available. Yeah.
be available because I don't want nobody to kind of go through certain stuff that I went through.
For
I
sure.
probably I might not know the answer, but I know I can find somebody that can give you the answer.
For sure.
So and that's what I'm trying to do now with kids as much as I can. And some kids might trust me, some kids might not, just because the vulnerability ain't there. So
Yeah.
in order for me to gain that from other people, I gotta be doing what I'm doing right now.
For
Um,
sure. For sure. Man, DJO, man, I appreciate you again, Brody. What I mean? All love, man. We locked in. I appreciate you.
sir, yes,
And
sir.
yeah, don't log off real quick. I gotta ask you a question off stream, but I'm gonna ask you a
All right.
question real quick. All right, bet. All right, y'all. Love.